Hey there, welcome back. So here's a scenario that happens every day online. Good looking website, lots of great content, gets plenty of traffic. People come to the website, look around, read some of the content, and then leave. Now if you're Wikipedia, this is what you expect. It's a good thing. But if you're trying to make sales, it's 100% not what you want. It takes a good bit of effort to get visitors to your website. The last thing you want is for them to show up, take a look around, and then just bounce out of there. What you want is for your visitors to take an action that leads to a sale. And that's what your lead magnet is for. In this video, we're going to touch on what lead magnets are, how to create them, and how to use them to get website visitors to take the actions you want them to take. So let's begin with the basics. What is a lead magnet? Now, I like to lean on the folks over at HubSpot since inbound marketing is their thing. And according to HubSpot, a lead magnet is a marketing tool that generates leads by offering a long-form resource in exchange for a prospect's contact information. That's an accurate definition, but it is kind of dry. A lead magnet is the hook that gets a prospect to stop being click happy and slow down long enough to see what it is you bring to the table. It's a juicy incentive that your prospect would want bad enough to exchange for their email address. Lead magnets have been around for quite a while, so the dance steps for how to use a lead magnet is pretty well established at this point. It starts with a call to action. This is a spot on the page that grabs the attention of your website visitor and announces something you want is here, and all you have to do to get it is click this button. Now, there are a few ways to deliver a call to action. The simplest way is to just weave it into the page someplace obvious and make it stand out so your visitor sees it. Then there are things like pop-ups, slide-ins, and information bars. Think of these as panels that randomly appear to display your tender morsel of a CTA. They can be set to fire after a preset period of time, after the visitor scrolls to a certain point on the page, or even if it looks like your visitor is about to exit the website altogether. Now, chances are you're familiar with pop-ups, and it's entirely possible that you're not a fan. And that gives me the chance to point out something that's really important to wrap your head around. You're not the customer. And when it comes to setting your website up for success, what you like or don't like matters a whole lot less than what works or doesn't work for the visitors who are coming to your website. Now put a pin in that because we're going to revisit this thought in the next module on optimizing your website based on statistics and testing. So, your visitor sees your CTA, is interested, and clicks the button. That takes them to the next item in the toolbox, the landing page. Now, this is a page on your website that has one purpose: capture your visitor's contact information. And because it has one purpose, it's formatted a little differently. Anything that could be a distraction is removed from the landing page. There's no header, no menu, no footer, or anything else except words and pictures to finish the job of getting your visitor to provide their email address. This is how we get all those folks who are not yet customers onto the list. Now, creating a good lead magnet can be a bit of a challenge. Not because creating a lead magnet is all that hard, it's just because for a lot of my clients, the first time they hear about a lead magnet is when I mention it to them for the first time. Luckily, there are 3 basic rules for creating a lead magnet that make the process a lot easier. Rule 1. The lead magnet must address a single problem. Don't get fancy, don't overcomplicate things. There's probably 2 or 3 things that you could address, but the lead magnet addresses just one. In this case, more is not better. Rule 2. The lead magnet must have a high perceived value. Even if your lead magnet isn't expensive for you to provide, make it so tasty that your prospects would have a hard time walking away. They should see it as something that's so good, they'd be willing to pay for it even if you weren't giving it away. And rule 3, instant gratification. The lead magnet must be quick hit, easily consumable. No long reports, 20 to 30 page case studies, or courses that take days to complete. They're just not a good fit. Now, this last one, it really isn't a rule, but it may as well be since it has a lot of influence over which lead magnets you decide to create and how many. You see, if you have a variety of services that appeal to very different audiences, you'll probably need to create a few lead magnets. Anyway, when you sit down to create a lead magnet, base it as much as you can on the specific pain point that your service solves for your customer. Now, if they're focused on dollars and cents, consider creating a coupon. If you got a service that's particularly popular, create an upgrade or an add-on. Won't cost you much, but it could seem like a huge value to them. And for those folks who are just getting started, consider creating a lead magnet that makes them smarter about some service or procedure you provide. That could be in the form of a targeted report, process checklist, or maybe a fact sheet with exclusive information. In any event, when you first get started crafting a lead magnet, you may find it to be a little slow going. If you want help brainstorming a few good ideas that your target audience would be into, click the button below the video and schedule a call. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.